Hey everyone, this is my Socials 11 project on the Holocaust. Now, the Holocaust was essentially a mass genocide of Jews during World War II. It mainly took place from 1941 to 1944. Those were the main years where most Jews were killed. Now, 6 million of the 9 million Jews in Europe were killed. 2/3 of European Jews were murdered, and 1 million of those were children, believe it or not. But Jews were not the only ones that were prosecuted. No. Hitler wanted a perfect country, if you will, and anyone who wasn't perfect he killed. In fact, 5 million non-Jews were murdered, including Soviets, alcoholics, homosexuals, gypsies, physically handicapped, and the mentally retarded were all executed on discovery, or shipped with the Jews to the concentration camps located in various countries that are currently taken over by Germany. The biggest of these concentration camps being Auschwitz. Due to the vast amount of Polish resources surrounding it, it was the biggest concentration camp. Most of the deaths of the Holocaust took place in concentration camps. 1 million of these were in Auschwitz. So essentially, the Jews were found, shipped off via train or other transportation to one of the near concentration camps and forced to work under terrible conditions, or simply set there just to be executed or shot in the head. But the Germans did have a problem. They were at war and didn't really have the time or money to kill 6 million Jews individually. So their top scientists brainstormed creative ideas of killing masses without spending too much money. The most nobly of these tactics was to strip them of their clothing and herd them in the showers, where they would be straight up gassed with carbon monoxide. This tactic was so effective that 8,000 people died every day from gassing in Auschwitz alone. The Germans also took this time to use all the prisoners they had as guinea pigs for their little experiments. A lot of these experiments included pressure chambers, various drugs and chemicals were forced upon them, and almost torture-like surgeries were performed on the prisoners. When the Jews clued in on what was going to happen to them at these concentration camps, they most certainly rebelled, or at least tried to. This was called an uprising. The biggest uprising was the Warsaw Uprising, where thousands of Jews with little to no weaponry held the SS Bay for 4 weeks before being overwhelmed. The outcome from this was over 60,000 Jews dead and around 17 German casualties. The Jews did try to escape these camps but had very little success, but the few who did, their escape was made possible by underground camps and local people outside the concentration camps. They told their horror stories and wrote about what they've experienced, giving a new outlook to the outside world. The world was blind of the Holocaust up until the liberation. The first camp was found July 23, 1944, and from there the terror started as concentration camp after concentration camp was uncovered. Most of these concentration camps had very few survivors, at most 10,000, but had hundreds of thousands of dead corpses, some even acres long. But by the end of the Holocaust, the casualties were over 10 million. 6 million of them being Jews, 3 million being Soviets in POW camps, 2 million being non-Jewish Poles, up to 300,000 being Romanian gypsies, up to 15,000 being homosexuals, and up to 5,000 Jehovah's Witnesses. And God knows how many more casualties. In conclusion, the Holocaust is one of the worst events to have ever happened on Earth. And that's about all I have to say. This is the end of my brief history of the Holocaust. Thank you.